Welcome to CERT's podcast series on the Secure Coding Initiative. The CERT program is part of the Software Engineering Institute, a federally funded research and development center at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're talking with Robert Secord, Senior Vulnerability Analyst at the Software Engineering Institute's CERT Coordination Center and the author of Secure Coding in C and C++. Robert is project leader of CERT's Secure Coding Initiative, and in this podcast, he's going to tell us about how this project builds on CERT's past work in software security. What was the impetus behind the Secure Coding Initiative?
Well, the project actually started before I joined the CERT. It was started by several of the lead engineers and leadership of the CERT group, and basically they had cataloged the root causes of a lot of the vulnerabilities they had seen over the 12 or 15 years the CERT has been analyzing and cataloging vulnerabilities. So I picked that work up, and that eventually became the Secure Coding in C and C++ book that was published by Addison Wesley in 2005. During the development of the book, we got involved with the international standards work in C and C++ languages, and about a year later we began working on the secure coding standards at CERT. So about that time we decided to create the Secure Coding Initiative to pursue work in this area.
What is the mission of the Secure Coding Initiative?
The current status quo is really unacceptable. We've had vulnerability reports continue to increase geometric rate each year, and we need to reduce the number of new vulnerabilities being introduced. And to do that, we feel we need to work more with the software developers and software development organizations.
How do you plan to accomplish that goal?
The main goal is to work with, again, software developers and software development organizations to try to improve the state of the practice in secure coding. So to do that, first we need to identify common sources of error in secure coding. What are the problems and mistakes that developers are making? Second, we need to define secure coding practices that they can use to develop code in a safe and secure fashion. And the third aspect is really the educational one, is to get out and communicate this and train developers so that they can be effective in producing secure code.
CERT is well known for its analysis and reporting of vulnerabilities and coordinating resolution of those issues. How is your work related to what CERT is already doing in this area?
Well, it does build heavily on existing work in vulnerability analysis. In fact, this particular effort really has its roots in the vulnerability analysis team. We've also working very hard to integrate the different product offerings we have. So when we find vulnerabilities now as they're reported, we'll see if we can identify what the root cause of those vulnerabilities are and connect or link those notes into secure coding practices. This way we're hoping that when a software development organization discovers a vulnerability in their code, they'll not only fix that one particular issue, they'll go back and perhaps fix similar issues that exist.
So what are some of the things that you're doing to help eliminate software vulnerabilities?
Well, most of the work we're doing falls into the categories of working to figure out, more precisely what the issues are that cause vulnerabilities to occur in software, and documenting solutions for these and trying to educate developers and development organizations. We're working extensively now in developing secure coding standards for the C and C++ languages. In particular, we're collaborating with the ISO-IC WG14C Standards Committee and working to develop secure coding standards for the C language. We're also collaborating with a number of partners. We're collaborating with SANS to provide training in secure coding at some SANS events this year, and also with JP CERT, who's the national CERT for the country Japan. We've also developed a managed string library and a secure integer library.
How did the managed string library and secure integer library contribute to your mission?
Well, it gave us an opportunity to, practice what we preach, for one thing. We developed the managed string library as a potential solution for the standards committee that was looking at expanding support for secure coding in the C language. The managed string library is really a C version of the basic string library developed for C++, And the integer library provides a solution for safe, secure integers in C, because there really was nothing available for that segment of the market.
So do you have any other projects planned for the future?
Yeah, we've actually started a vulnerability discovery project, and the idea behind this project is to start working with developers of source code analysis tools to try to improve those tools so they provide a broader coverage for the secure coding rules that we've defined. Eventually, we'd like to be able to have tools that can be used to validate software is compliant with the secure coding rules that we've defined.
That's an impressive agenda. Are you collaborating with anyone in your work?
Sure. You need to work with partners in order to remain relevant. We're working closely with our sponsors, of course, which include Department of Homeland Security and some other defense agencies. We're also working with the School of Computer Science at Carnegie Mellon University, where we've offered a secure programming course, and we're also working with other educational institutions to provide secure programming offerings at those institutions as well. We're also trying to work with a lot of the other players in the field, including NIST and MITRE, that are heavily involved, doing work in this area.
Thanks for telling us about the initiative.
You're very welcome.
Thanks for joining us. To learn about what we've discussed today, visit the Secure Coding area at CERT.org.